Have you ever wondered what truly happens when a woman realizes she's lost a high-value man? It's more than just missing someone, it's a powerful, undeniable wake-up call that shakes her to her core. She starts seeing, with chilling clarity, everything she took for granted, every unique trait she casually brushed off, every profound moment she carelessly let slip away. This isn't merely about fleeting regret, it's about facing the raw, hard truth that some losses are simply irreplaceable. Stick around, because what she feels goes far deeper than you might think, and understanding this can fundamentally change how you move forward in your own life and relationships. 1. The initial shock and denial. The first wave she experiences is a confusing, almost disorienting mix of emotions, like a sudden storm brewing out of nowhere. At first, in the immediate aftermath, she may not even consciously recognize that she feels a sense of profound loss. Her ego, a powerful defense mechanism, might confidently convince her that it's no big deal, that she's perfectly fine, perhaps even better without you. But as the stark reality of your complete absence truly sets in, her mind begins to race through countless scenarios, frantically trying to rationalize and make sense of what's just happened. This initial shock is like a sharp slap in the face, a sudden, jarring realization that she has lost something truly valuable, and it catches her completely off guard. Unprepared, in her own mind, she never, ever truly imagined you would actually walk away, or that she'd be left with only the ghost of memories of you. In this challenging phase, she'll obsessively replay countless moments she shared with you, searching desperately for clues, seeking to understand where things started to unravel. She'll pore over old texts, endlessly scroll through photos, and meticulously go over past conversations, clinging to any tiny detail that might help her grasp the incomprehensible. Her stubborn pride might still try to tell her that she's genuinely better off without you, that this is fine, but deep down, her heart and mind are now fiercely struggling against an insurmountable wall of denial. As each day passes, she finds it increasingly harder to suppress these persistent memories, which seem to resurface with even greater clarity and vividness. The shock slowly transforms into an undeniable wake-up call, one that forcefully tells her she's lost someone with a rare set of qualities she may never find in anyone else. It's no longer just about superficially missing you, it's about the raw, visceral realization that she may have foolishly pushed away one of the best things that ever happened to her. This initial stage is often profoundly painful, as it represents not just the loss of a person, but a deep, unsettling crack in her own perception of herself. She might silently ask herself, did I make a colossal mistake? Was I fundamentally wrong about him? These questions linger and fester, quietly growing, creating a powerful, corrosive mix of regret and gnawing uncertainty that she'll find incredibly difficult to ignore. This is the precise moment when she's forced to face her own ego, which once so confidently reassured her she'd be perfectly fine without you. But now, that false confidence falters, stumbles, as the unvarnished truth finally settles in. Losing you wasn't something she was emotionally prepared for, and she's left with the haunting question of whether she'll ever find someone quite like you again. 2. The comparison game begins. Once the initial shock gradually fades, she finds herself slipping into an almost constant, relentless cycle of comparison. Every man she encounters now, every new person she meets, unconsciously becomes a yardstick against which she meticulously measures the depth, the unique impact, and the profound significance you had on her life. She may go on dates, meet new people, and sincerely try to move forward with her life, but there's an invisible, pervasive shadow casting itself over every single interaction. And that shadow, my friend, is unmistakably you. Each time she meets a new person, she simply can't help but assess them against the distinctive qualities you possessed. qualities she had. Perhaps come to expect as normal, but didn't truly appreciate until now. This comparison phase goes far deeper than just casual assessments or surface-level judgments. It's a raw, often painful, exploration into what she truly values in a partner, and what irreplaceable role you represented in her life when she meets men who noticeably lack the patience you effortlessly showed her, or the quiet ambition you consistently brought to the table. She starts noticing, with stark clarity, just how rare and precious those traits truly are. She'll find herself vividly recalling your resilience, your unwavering calmness in genuinely difficult times, and your remarkable ability to stay grounded amidst chaos. All these things, these subtle but powerful attributes, suddenly begin standing out to her as absolutely priceless qualities. Yet, the painful awareness dawns on her that not everyone possesses them, that they are not easily found. It's a deeply humbling realization. There is simply no substitute for certain core qualities. And in a profound way, she may have truly lost something utterly irreplaceable. She'll look at other relationships around her, meticulously comparing the behaviors, attitudes, and fundamental principles of other men with yours. In those moments when others fall short, when they behave differently or less honorably than you would have, she'll feel a distinct ache, a subtle but steadily growing void that serves as a constant, bitter reminder of what she carelessly let go. It's a phase marked by silent, internal regret, as she painfully realizes that not every man has the capacity to make her feel the way you consistently did. She begins to see, with piercing clarity, that the connection the two of you shared, even if imperfect at times, was built on foundational characteristics that are incredibly, remarkably hard to find in the dating landscape. Through each new comparison, each fresh encounter, she learns more about what precisely makes a high-value man so distinct, so uniquely attractive. She realizes that these qualities aren't just superficial traits or charming habits, but deeply rooted values and core principles that genuinely guide your every decision and action. And as her understanding of this grows, so too does her agonizing regret. Each new encounter, each failed connection with another man, only deepens her sense of profound, irreplaceable loss. Free, regret and self-reflection, as the stark reality of her loss truly settles in, seeping into her very bones. She enters a phase of intense, often overwhelming regret. This stage is pivotal. It's when she no longer seeks outside distractions to ease her troubled mind, nor does she desperately try to meet new people to fill the gaping void. Instead, she's left entirely alone to face herself. Unflinchingly, the regret she feels isn't just about the simple act of losing you. It's about losing a version of herself that once resonated beautifully with someone as grounded, as authentic, as you were. This stage is powerfully marked by moments of deep introspection, where she meticulously questions her past choices, her specific actions, and even her own core values. In these quiet, often agonizing moments, she starts to realize the true weight of her decisions, the little arguments she unnecessarily started, the dismissive actions she carelessly displayed, or the consistent lack of appreciation she showed. All of these seemingly minor transgressions begin to surface, vivid and undeniable, in her mind, and she finally begins to understand her undeniable role in pushing you away. She may question if she ever truly valued you, or if her inflated ego simply got in the way of seeing what was right in front of her. This isn't an easy realization by any means, as it's a painful acknowledgement of her own flaws, her deepest insecurities, and the destructive behaviors that ultimately led to this outcome. The regret she feels isn't fleeting or temporary. It's the kind of regret that lingers, gnawing persistently at her with each passing day and night. She may find herself constantly thinking about what could have been if she had only valued you a little more, been a little more understanding, or perhaps given the relationship a real, genuine chance, these thoughts are exquisitely painful, as they harshly reveal her own shortcomings and the undeniable fact that, in many ways, you were the one who consistently showed up fully, authentically, in the relationship, while she consistently held back. This crucial phase of self-reflection forces her to confront her own insecurities and her emotional immaturity. It becomes a hard-won lesson, though undeniably a painful one, that serves as a constant reminder of the profound importance of valuing someone who consistently treats her well and genuinely supports her personal growth. She begins to see the true depth of what you offered her, not just as a romantic partner, but as a person, a man with unshakable principles, unwavering integrity, and core values that are incredibly hard to come by in the modern world. This deep reflection may even lead her to question her own intrinsic sense of self-worth and what she truly, deeply wants in a relationship going forward. It's a humbling moment, a profound realization that she lost not only a potentially great partner, but also a valuable version of herself that had the immense potential to grow beautifully alongside someone truly remarkable. 4. The desire for reconnection. As the regret finally settles into a consistent, heavy ache, she'll begin to feel a strong, almost irresistible urge to reconnect. This isn't just a fleeting impulse to reach out, it's a deep, yearning longing to re-experience what she had with you. To recapture that unique dynamic, she'll feel a compelling need to talk, to clear the air, and perhaps, finally, to sincerely apologize for things she once carelessly brushed off or dismissed. This powerful desire for reconnection often feels overwhelming because it's fundamentally driven by a sense of unfinished business and the desperate need to fill the profound void left by your absence. It's no longer about her pride or her ego. It's about finding a desperate peace with a decision she now agonizingly realizes was a monumental mistake. She might even try to convince herself that, given another chance, she could genuinely make things right, that she could fix it all. This powerful desire for reconnection is firmly rooted in the stark realization that you were someone who consistently brought out a better version of her. Even if she didn't fully acknowledge or appreciate it at the time, she'll look back at your consistent actions, your unwavering consistency, and your remarkable patience, finally understanding that these were the invaluable qualities that made her feel safe, genuinely valued, and truly seen. Now, she's willing to do whatever she can to bring that feeling back into her life. The problem with this is that she's only now realizing your worth, after you've already stepped back. This sets the stage for a new dynamic, one where she might be willing to chase what she once took for granted. We've just explored how she enters a deep phase of regret, acknowledging her role in pushing you away. But what happens when that painful realization solidifies? It often leads to a desperate desire to bridge the gap you've created. Is that by the time she realizes all this, it may already be too late. You've likely moved on, grown, and become even stronger without her presence. This realization is part of the deep, lingering regret, as she knows deep down that reaching out now may very well be futile. Yet, the desire remains, a persistent ache, because it's no longer about what's genuinely possible. It's about what she desperately wishes could still be, even if it's only a distant, unattainable dream. 5. Acceptance and growth. Finally, after enduring all the swirling emotions, the gnawing regrets, and the futile attempts at reconnection, she slowly, painfully arrives at acceptance. This stage isn't necessarily peaceful or serene, it's more of a resigned, somber understanding that some things, once broken, cannot truly be undone. She'll accept that you have definitively moved on, and that her chance to be with someone truly like you has irrevocably passed her by. This difficult acceptance forces her to embark on a journey of growth, to bravely let go of her old, self-defeating patterns, and to finally take full responsibility for her past choices. It's here, in this raw space, that she may uncover a profound lesson that will impact all her future relationships. Though she may never find someone quite like you, in this acceptance, she learns to value herself differently, perhaps recognizing for the first time the true importance of loyalty, integrity, and humility in both herself and others. She might realize that what she lost wasn't just a partner, but also a cherished version of herself, a version she admired, but could not sustain or nurture within the dynamic she created. This hard-won acceptance becomes a crucial foundation for her to rebuild her life, to approach future relationships with greater maturity, and, crucially, to cherish what she has when she has it. But there will always be a part of her that remembers you, not as a mere passing chapter in her life, but as a profound lesson, a painful, yet invaluable lesson in valuing the rare and truly irreplaceable qualities of a high-value man. 6. Lingering reminders. After she begins the arduous process of accepting that she has indeed lost you, she's confronted with countless, often unexpected, reminders of what once was. These reminders aren't just limited to old photos, shared memories, or mutual friends who might mention your name. They subtly seep into her everyday moments, making her realize, with piercing clarity, the depth of what she truly had. It might be a particular song that plays unexpectedly on the radio, one you both used to sing along to, perhaps, or a specific scent that instantly transports her right back to a cherished memory of you. Even seemingly ordinary activities, like passing by a cafe you both frequented or hearing someone casually mention a book you once recommended, can bring up a sudden surge of emotions she wasn't prepared for. These reminders become a constant, silent presence, relentlessly highlighting the deep emotional imprint you left on her life. As she encounters these fragments of the past, she simply cannot escape the haunting feeling that she lost something truly profound. Every single reminder acts like a mirror, reflecting not only the beautiful moments you shared, but also the sense of growth, comfort, and deep understanding that so uniquely marked your relationship. She may initially attempt to dismiss these reminders, brushing them off as nothing significant, but as they become more frequent, more insistent, they only deepen her sense of irreplaceable loss. Like a slow, steady drip, as these moments of recall stack up, she begins to realize, with growing clarity, that her life with you was filled with unique and profoundly irreplaceable experiences. These weren't just superficial interactions, they were deeply etched memories that shaped her, made her feel safe, and gave her a profound sense of belonging. These lingering reminders are like the ghosts of what could have been, silently but persistently following her, serving as undeniable witnesses of a connection that once meant everything to her. 7. The growing sense of emptiness. Once she fully recognizes that no new experience, no new person, can truly replace what you uniquely brought to her life, a pervasive empty feeling starts to settle in. This is more than just ordinary loneliness. It's a deep, aching emptiness that stems from losing someone who truly, deeply understood her on a level no one else seems capable of. She realizes there is a significant void, a tangible space that you once filled, and this void is a testament to the irreplaceable value you brought into her life. It's a space that no one else seems able to adequately fill. No matter how hard they try, this isn't merely about missing you as a person, it's about missing the fundamental way she felt around you. The way you effortlessly made her feel seen, genuinely valued, and deeply respected. As she desperately tries to fill this persistent emptiness, she might turn to various distractions, immersing herself in new hobbies, throwing herself into her work, or even impulsively seeking out new relationships. But with each attempt to replace what she's lost, she's inevitably met with the same hollow, unsatisfying feeling each time she meets someone new or engages in an activity she thinks might distract her. She finds that it only serves as a temporary escape, a momentary reprieve. The emptiness stubbornly remains, like a quiet, persistent reminder of the unique bond she shared with you, a bond that went far beyond superficial interactions and was deeply rooted in true connection and profound understanding. This emptiness can often serve as a powerful catalyst for her to look deeply within herself and finally recognize the true, lasting impact you had on her. She realizes that you weren't just someone passing through her life, a fleeting acquaintance, but a person who added immeasurable depth, richness, and meaning to her existence. This poignant realization intensifies her regret, making her desperately wish she had held on to you, cherished you more, and truly appreciated the stability and unwavering support you consistently provided. 8. Realizing the depth of her mistakes. In the quiet, often uncomfortable, space of deep self-reflection, she begins to see her own mistakes more clearly, more painfully than ever before. It's no longer just about feeling vague regret, it's about finally understanding the specific actions, the ingrained attitudes, and the self-serving assumptions that ultimately drove a devastating wedge between the two of you. This is the crucial phase where she begins to confront her deeply rooted bad habits, her underlying insecurities, and the flawed assumptions that led to this outcome. She may vividly remember countless times when she casually dismissed your kindness or thoughtlessly took your consistent efforts for granted. She might recall heated arguments where she allowed her pride or ego to dictate her actions, pushing you away rather than choosing understanding, empathy, and compromise. The realization of her profound mistakes is deeply humbling. She sees, with piercing clarity, how in seemingly small moments, she could have been kinder, more supportive, or more patient. Every single little action she now regrets feels magnified, colossal in its impact, and she begins to understand that it wasn't just one singular moment that led to losing you, but a cumulative series of small, detrimental choices that slowly eroded the foundation of what you two had. This phase is often agonizingly painful because it forces her to take full, undeniable accountability for her actions, something she may have skillfully avoided in the past. She has to admit to herself first and foremost that the profound loss she feels is, at least partially, a direct consequence of her own choices and behaviors. As she bravely comes to terms with this, she realizes that the rare qualities you possessed, your patience, your understanding, your unwavering loyalty, were truly exceptional, and her fundamental failure to recognize and nurture those invaluable qualities in you was, in hindsight, a significant, devastating mistake. 9. The desire to improve herself. Following the intense self-reflection and the painful process of accountability, she begins to feel a genuine, profound desire to improve herself. Losing you has become an unexpected, yet powerful, catalyst for personal growth, as she now deeply understands that certain traits or ingrained behaviors she stubbornly clung to ultimately held her back from experiencing a deep, truly meaningful connection. This isn't an easy phase, it's profoundly uncomfortable, as it forces her to face raw, vulnerable parts of herself she previously ignored, rationalized, or vehemently justified. She might realize, with stark clarity, that she needs to diligently work on her communication skills, or her fundamental ability to trust, or her damaging tendency to let pride and ego overshadow what truly matters in a relationship. This self-improvement journey often leads her to actively seek out resources, whether it's self-help books, therapy, or honest advice from trusted friends. She's now powerfully motivated by the deep-seated understanding that if she doesn't fundamentally change, She risks losing valuable, meaningful connections again in the future, while she might have carelessly brushed off these issues in the past. Losing you has given her the crucial push she needed to confront them head-on. With courage and determination, her sincere desire to grow is rooted in the hopeful possibility that one day, she might be able to experience the kind of profound connection she once shared with you. Once more, she knows that she cannot change the past, but this transformative phase allows her to diligently work toward building a better, more authentic future for herself. It's a form of tribute to what you represented in her life, a powerful, ongoing reminder that high-value relationships unequivocally require high-value qualities from both partners. She realizes that if she truly wants someone of your caliber in her life, she must also become someone who deeply values, genuinely cherishes, and diligently nurtures such a rare and precious connection. Conclusion: the powerful reminder, and that, my friend, is the profound journey she goes through when she truly realizes she's lost a high-value man. It's a powerful, undeniable reminder of the immense impact you bring into the world, simply by being true to yourself and upholding your unwavering values. If you found this insight valuable and illuminating, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more wisdom on Stoicism, relationships, and self-mastery. Drop a comment below on what stood out most to you. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Thanks for watching, and stay grounded.